Hi everyone, this is Professor Matthews, and I want to take just a few moments to welcome you to Advanced Policy Advocacy and to talk with you about both what to expect this semester and a couple of suggestions for how to succeed in this course. So first and foremost, this course really picks up on a lot of the messages and teachings from its prerequisite Social Work 6201, which is also referred to as Social Welfare Policy. And it picks it up by really underscoring not only the intersection between social work and policy practice, but the role that each one of you as a social worker plays in impacting policy. In particular, we are going to focus on the way that you as a social worker can impact policy through advocacy. You'll have a combination of coursework throughout the semester, and you will have two primary textbooks. The textbooks are first and foremost the same that you had in 6201, so hopefully you've already got them handy. But you'll be focused primarily on the Lane text, which I happen to have right here, which is all about social welfare policy in a changing world. And then you also have, and this one may look a little different than your version, but you'll have the latest edition of Social Work Speaks, which is a great overview of social policy issues by topic. So, what I want to talk with you about, in addition to those readings, are how you'll learn what the materials will look like for you during this course. So, just as you've had, hopefully, for all of your other courses so far at Yeshiva, in Canvas, you'll have a combination of reading assignments based on those textbooks, so chapters that you'll need to read each week in those books. If they are assigned to you that week, you may not have a chapter each and every week. And then you'll also be provided with links to articles from the e-learning reserve, anything else that could be excerpts from other books. All of them need to be available and are available through the e-learning reserves in the course, and they should be linked right there for you. But if you ever have any trouble with either the textbooks or accessing readings through the e-learning modules, just let me know, or the e-reserves, excuse me. And the other thing to keep in mind is that in addition to that content, you're going to have a ton of wonderful lecture content. Sometimes it's in written format, sometimes it's videos from Dr. Shannon Lane, who is the author of this course and who was one of my professors in grad school. The other thing that you'll need to keep in mind for this course are the assignments. So what we'll have over the course of the next 7 weeks are a combination of assignments. You will have discussion posts. I believe that they'll occur each and every week for you. When you have those discussion posts, you need to make sure that by the deadline, you are responding to two of your peers if that is in the instructions. And I cannot tell you how many times I have unfortunately had students that write wonderful discussion posts, but then don't respond to any of their peers. And unfortunately, I won't give you full credit if you don't respond to two of your peers when that is again in the instructions. The other thing that you'll have in addition to those discussion posts each and every week, which really provide an important opportunity for you to both engage with the content and to engage with your peers, is you'll also have a couple of written assignments or like tests that you'll do, I should say. So you'll have a midterm exam, and then in week one, you'll have a Who Represents Me assignment that you'll have to do. So not quite as formal as like a paper, but a couple of other like written assignments that could be like quizzes or short writings that you'll do. And then you'll have, in addition to, again, those discussion posts, the assignments and the midterm, you will also have the advocacy project, which is primarily going to be really focused on weeks 3 through 7. And you'll do a testimony on a social policy issue. And then on that same social policy issue, you'll write a policy brief. So what we'll do throughout this course, through that advocacy project in particular, is really give you an opportunity to learn about and to demonstrate your skills as an advocate, which is so foundational to being a strong social worker. And especially if you are a policy practitioner, it's really foundational skill for you to build. What's really important to keep in mind throughout this course as well is that it's not always been the case that policy practice and that advocacy have been recognized as integral parts and as distinct parts, frankly, of the social work practice. So, what I mean by that is in many schools, you may have a focus on casework or group work or, administration and management, but there's not necessarily always been room at the table for policy practice. So, I hope that through this course, you really learn about why that's so important and how over the last several decades that's really grown in prominence, which is just so important for all of us to remember as social workers that we are advocates for our clients and for a better society. Thank you so much for listening to this. If you need any help throughout the course, the best way to reach me is going to be through email, particularly email and Canvas. I promise that I'll respond to you within 24 hours when you reach out to me. I do not have scheduled office hours, but I am always available to schedule those. You just need to email me and we will find a time that works for both of us. And I'm happy to, at that time, hop on a virtual meeting or a phone call. I am here to support you in this semester. So you need to come to me with questions, concerns, feedback requests that you have. I promise each and every week that I will both respond to your messages that you email me and that I will always give you detailed feedback on your assignments that you submit. So you should never be surprised by a grade, and you should always feel comfortable reaching out to me if a grade doesn't make sense to you. I'm here to support you in this learning and to ensure that you emerge from this class just feeling so much more confident and comfortable with policy advocacy. Thanks so much for listening to this, and I again look forward so very much to working with you this semester. Take care.